I'd like to call the regular Board of Education meeting for April 28, 2025 for East China School District to order. Can we please stand for a moment of silence and pledge allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If there's anybody that would like to speak during public comment, please provide Tiffany a green card. So the first item is interest, recognition, and inquiry. Anything from the Board of Education members?
I know both high schools are happy to have spring testing basically in the rearview mirror. Now that I'm back and doing that again a little bit, so nicely done there. And I think our theater troops both had successful productions in that last window since our last meeting, so well done there too.
Thanks. Suzanne?
Yes, this Thursday, May 1st, is National Principals Day, and I would just like to take a moment to recognize the hardworking and caring individuals that run our schools, all of our principals and assistant principals, and thank them for all they do for our staff and students. So if you see one this Thursday, May 1st, please give them their thanks and recognition. Thank you.
The next item, response to the community input and questions. We did receive a number of questions this morning, but I did not have time to get through them all, so we will respond to them in the May board meeting. I just want to make sure that we have meaningful responses. Additionally, there's now a Just Ask portal on the website, and if anybody has questions, they can use that portal, and their question will be listed on the portal, and the answer will too, so everybody can see what is on it. All right, the next item is Academic Spotlight. Marine City High School, Ms. Sherry Becker, the esports team, and PBIS.
Good evening, President Westrick, members of the board, Superintendent Saibula. I am here to present for Marine City High School tonight, and I want to start by giving recognition to our robotics team that is a shared team with St. Clair and Marine City. They won the state title this year and then traveled to Houston, Texas for the World Championship competition, where they spent, I believe, 5 days there competing with teams all over the world and had an incredible experience. So I want to give a huge shout out to that group of kids. I'm here tonight to present on our esports program. This is an upcoming sports league that's happening throughout the country here. We've been toying with bringing esports to the district for a while now, and this year we jumped in and did it. As we're all busy in spring sports right now, esports is actually finishing up their winter sporting season. So esports is basically gaming, video games played competitively. They practice and train to perform improve their performance just like any extracurricular team or club would. They scout teams, they have a coach, team roster, they practice after school. So it's everything that you would see from a regular sports team, but it's done electronically. They have the same benefits that we see in other extracurricular activities. You have the character development, building up self-esteem. We've increased student engagement. We're touching a part of the population that would never compete otherwise, and they're in this now. We're building those STEM skills, the socialization skills. The kids are communicating not only within esports, but outside of. And scholastic improvement, they have the same rigor, expectations of our other extracurricular activities, so that's improving there. This is showing the state of Michigan, where we have over 203 schools enrolled in the esports program this spring. This is for the spring league. We have 848 teams from those 203 3 schools. We have just about under 4,000 students participating in this esports league this spring. I apologize, it is a spring sport, not a winter. So we do have a fall season and a spring season. They can play in both or one or the other. There's a 2-week preseason match where they can compete against other schools. Then there's an 8-week regular season match, and right now we are in the 4-week postseason tournament. Those are the titles available. I'm not a gamer, so some of you may be familiar with this, but they have the different games played on different days throughout the week. So we're fortunate enough that we received the ECEF grant to support this program. That grant went towards the online subscription for the games and the councils. Tyler Wozniak, our media specialist, is currently coaching this, and he has between 25 and 30 participants on the team. About 85% of these members did not participate in any spring activity before this program was launched. This is Tyler's quote, "A lot of learning went into this first year of esports. Not all our teams had outstanding success, but our NBA 2K and Madden NFL teams have found themselves ranked in the top 10 and have received a first-round bye in the state tournament, and both teams stand 1 win away from the Final Four." So actually, our NBA 2 person, who is Quade McCullough, competed today after school in the NBA round, and he won, so he will be advancing to the quarterfinals next week. And then Cole Townsend will be competing in the Madden game tomorrow, and we'll see if he advances as well. So finding some success in this first season. Just switching gears, another thing we've been focusing on at Marine City High School is the PBIS, like many of these schools, the positive behavioral interventions and supports. And I'm just going to touch briefly on how we've been doing activities to build the positive culture without the building. I'm just going to talk about some of the things we've done throughout the year that the students and staff have been engaged in. One of the things we've done on Tuesdays and Thursdays is we take the party cart to different classes, and if they've hit different criteria, that class receives a prize for the day, and they get to pick something off the party cart. And that could be just as simple as being to class on time, all backpacks are in the locker, no phones are out, you have everything for class prepared. So that's encouraged classes to have everything ready to go. Another thing we've done was Fun Fridays, where at the end of the month, we'll have a Fun Friday where we go in the cafeteria and do some kind of activity with the kids, and then they can win prizes. I was amazed the first time we did bingo, how involved these kids are in bingo and how competitive they are. So they asked to do that again, so we've done that a couple of times. So we had bingo where they got the card, and then they had to use whatever they could find within the cafeteria to use as chips. The kids were using raisins and goldfish and tearing up napkins. They were using anything they could find, so that was fun to watch. We had a reindeer frisbee toss at Christmas time where they partnered up. One student had the reindeers on and they had the toss, so we had competition that way. We've done a reverse raffle, and we did the March Madness bracket for the NCAA tournament. That we did across campus for the middle school and high school, and this year we had 3 middle schoolers win, actually. So we've been giving awards out for NWEA. They've been trying to set goals for themselves. They take it 3 times a year. So the first 2 times they would set goals, and if the students met their RIT score, they would receive it. So in the fall, this is just for 9th and 10th graders. So the fall, we had 108 students out of approximately 189 meet the RIT score. In math, we had about 97, and then both math and reading, we had about 79 students in the fall reach it. And then in the winter, we had 122 students meet the reading RIT, 120 meet the math, and 83 meet both. We gave perfect attendance out for first quarter, second quarter, first semester, and third quarter. Yes. Which is something new. We've continued on with our Mariner of the Month recognition, as well as Athletes of the Month. And we also have home, spirit weeks throughout. We had our normal ones, and then we throw in like a Lion game, day when the Lions were winning, and the Detroit Tiger Day, things of that sort. Just trying to get the kids involved and have fun. We also want to involve the staff, so we have a party cart for them. We'll take around and let them choose some treats throughout the day. One thing we started this year was our Crocktober cook-off, where you brought in a crock pot recipe. We had over 20 staff members participate. I thought we were going to blow the circuit breaker in the kitchen. First time testing that out, but it stayed steady. So we had 2 winners for that. And then we have like a dip day throughout the year. We did an undercover spirit week that you're seeing around many schools right now. There were pictures from there. It was cute watching the kids try to figure out what was going on as we're all dressed up. And by Wednesday, they were starting to figure it out a little bit. So just having a little bit of fun as a staff as well. And that's part of our PBIS.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice job, Sherry.
Next item on the agenda is special recognition. Deb Johnson will be here to talk about St. Clair County Community Mental Health Creative Arts Contest.
Wherever you're most
Right
comfortable.
here's fine.
Okay. Sorry, I was late. Oh, we got a little PowerPoint? Awesome. Okay. Wait, what? That's you, right? Yeah, that's us. First of all, I just want to say, I want to thank East China School District again for participating in our contest. Every year we do creative arts contests. And the reason we started it a long time ago was to hopefully educate kids about mental health issues at whatever level they could understand. So at the elementary school, it's a bookmark. In the middle school, it's writing. In the high school, it's a poster contest. And I think it's been pretty successful. I want to say, Karen probably knows, this is the 17th year, 20th year?
16, I think.
No, it's more than that. Stephanie's been gone longer than that. Yeah. Okay, it's been a long time, but it's been really successful, and it's kind of fun too. This year, this is the second time for the poster. The poster winners' design will be on our run shirts, so that's going to be pretty cool for our big run for recovery that is May 10th. You should all come. There's great shirts. Anyways, let's get started with the awards. So we are very pleased to recognize, and I hope I say your name right, Aliana? I was going to say but there were 2 A's, and I thought maybe it's A. Aliana. Aliana Huber from Gearing Elementary. She is the winner of our for kindergarten for the bookmark contest, and I will show you her beautiful, where did I just do with them? Did I drop them? Oh my gosh, they're right back there. Can you come up here, Aliana? Your mom can come with you. Thank you. How about if we get, you can hold one of these up. These are Aliana's bookmarks. It says, "Friends make the heart full," and she has a bunch of colorful hearts. They're so cute. You can see them up there. Hold on, please. These are for you. Your school's gonna get a whole bunch of them, but in case you wanna give them out to people because she won and, you know, whatever. And so we're gonna, and then we also have for her, we do a creative arts booklet every year with all of the winners from all the different contests. So her bookmark's featured in this as well, so you get one of those. And she gets this certificate of achievement, because you are our winner for kindergarten. Good job. Mom can frame it, put it on the wall, or hang it on the fridge or something. And then, this is fun, I hope you like Barnes & Noble, because you have a gift card to go spend there. Bookstore.
Big smile.
Thank you, great job, Aliana. And next, we have a winner in the middle school writing contest from Marine City, Angelo Torvello. Did I say that right? Taravello? Taravello. You come up and tell me how to say your name. So So Angelo, I got an honorable mention, so he also, his poetry is titled Finding the Light in Yourself. So we have the certificate of recognition for you. Your poem is in here as well. These get passed out at our annual meeting and then also throughout the year. They're pretty cool. And that was the winning art picture too that's on the front of that, but this is your stuff, so why don't you hold your certificate for a photo? There you go. Wow.
All right.
Thank you. Good job. Alrighty, next we have, there's a lot of winners here. There's a lot of winners in East Shine School District. That's a good thing, right? Rebecca Goodall, St. Clair High School. Her artwork is a shinier, oh, I'm supposed to be, oh, somebody's moving it for me, good. Thank you. Is Rebecca here?
She is not here that I saw.
Okay, well, I will give her stuff to the teacher, but that is her artwork, and she gets, looks like a check in here. Oh, the teacher's here? Would her teacher please come up and accept it? So she gets a check, it's in there, and then that certificate. Should we get a picture with the art teacher that made her present? Yay! Thank you.
Good job, sir.
Okay. Next, we have Madeline Champion from Marine City High School. Madeline's artwork is titled Construction of Candescent, and she received honorable mention. Is she here? Wow. Nope.
You want it, Sherry?
That's pretty cool too, isn't it? There are some super talented kids in this county. Okay, well, she's also going to get a certificate, some recognition, all those kinds of things. Okay, and last but not least, we have Elizabeth Simon, St. Clair High School. Hers is Lines of Connection.
Yay.
Yay! Colorful certificate of achievement. It's in here.
Slide right up and get a good photo.
Yeah.
Come on up.
Great job. Thank you. Oh, this is Madeline, okay. So again, I just want to say thank you again to all the students that worked so hard to either create artwork or write their stories, their poems, etc. And we also want to thank the teachers within the district who encourage their kids to do this. The art teachers, English, language arts, and anybody, and parents who supported their kids to do it. So again, I appreciate East China has had a lot of winners every year, actually, in all levels. So I appreciate the participation from the school district. So thank you all. Have a great night.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson.
Thanks, Deb. We'll take just a 1-minute break, so if anybody wants to leave, they can.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Opportunities to get to do this, you know, it's perfect. It's so cool.
All right, the next item on our agenda is the consent agenda. Approval of minutes from the regular Board of Education meeting, March 17, 2025. Approval of the payment of bills, financial statement, and schedule of investments, and the appointment of the Performing Arts Center manager. A motion is needed.
So moved. Support.
Are there any comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. Next are departmental reports.
Good evening. I know you just approved the consent agenda, but I did want to introduce Abby Coons as our new Performing Arts Manager. Abby started this week, and we are thrilled to have her with us. She worked already on Little Shop of Horrors production at Marine City High over the weekend, and she has been a wonderful asset. Not that anyone could ever replace our beloved Dave Simpson, but Abby is going to do a great job and actually was recommended by Dave before he left. So we're very happy to have her join us. And then secondly, I just wanted to let everyone know we will be having a final kindergarten roundup on Tuesday, May 20th here at the Innovation Center from 3:30 to 5:30. So anyone that has not come in to register for Young Fives or kindergarten, we hope you do that evening. If not, we do have registration all throughout the summer, but it does help with staffing and scheduling if you can register as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. A couple months ago, I talked about summer school and the plans that were ongoing related to that, so I wanted to provide an update in terms of the specific programming that we were able to offer. So our at-risk summer program, which is invite only, will run from June 30th to July 31st. And those invites should be going out to those students and families here within the next week or so. This year, we're going to offer a couple different levels that we have not done in the past. So we're going to have a preschool group, a Young Fives group, a CI group, and an early childhood special education group, in addition to our K through 6 offering for that. So we're excited to get that rolling. And then we also will have our STEAM program for K through 6. And that sign-up goes live tomorrow, so our parents were notified through their buildings that sign-up would be coming out. And that's a first-come, first-serve type sign-up. And then finally, we have our high school credit recovery, and our counselors are working in an ongoing manner with students and families on what classes they still need toward graduation, and then those students will be able to sign up for those. So I just wanted to kind of wrap that up and circle back to it to let you know what offerings we had. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good evening. No new updates for the special education department?
Just want to let everyone know, if you're considering going to the stadium, that the water is back on and everything out there is up and running, so.
Thank you.
I just wrote down, I was thinking esports for Atari Pitfall. Wouldn't that have been great for those, right? For those of us who age a little bit. Just a quick update. I want to piggyback on what Mr. Miller said. I've been around long enough that during testing times, it's been an absolute nightmare from the tech standpoint. Maybe Ms. Cedar knows that. We've had all kinds of internet, network issues, device issues. But, and I know I've said this before, but just a shout out to our community, shout out to our board, our past board members, for all those that supported the bond issue that allowed us to put in infrastructure, technology, one-to-one for our students. Testing this year went, honestly, pretty flawless as far as from the tech point of view. So I'm just very thankful for that.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that.
Next item, committee reports.
So I wanted to let board members know that after the meeting tonight, I'm going to give out a guidebook or a guide manual for our committee work, and now that we have our board members set and we can move forward. But it's a working document, so please reach out if you have any questions or would like things to look a little bit different for our committee work moving forward.
Thank you. Information and discussion items, Bond 2020 update.
I just want to give you guys a little update. Things are going well. We're on time. Don't know if I should say no catastrophes because there haven't been any, but we're working in the gym and the pool right now. I don't know if you guys knew, but we emptied all the water out of the pool last month and started doing some demo. We were able to get some steel up in the ceiling for our new dehumidification unit that goes on the roof of the pool. And we're painting it right now, and we'll be working in the rest of all the finishes and should be wrapping it up. And then, soon, hopefully before the end of school, but we'll see. We're working in the new middle school band room. We had to put some new steel up in there, and that got done last week. And mechanical's working in there also right now. We got some new walls up. Looks great. Switchgear, which is going to allow us to have air conditioning in the school in the fall, is close to being delivered. It is at the right spot. We have to get it to us next, but that took over a year to get, so we are very excited that it was here. A concrete curb was installed at the teacher parking lot. We're waiting for the asphalt plants to open up middle of May to put our first lift down. And that's it for St. Clair High. Does anyone have any questions?
I did have one community member ask me, when will the front drive or loop be worked on?
That starts as soon as kids are out. So it's too big of a renovation to do with kids in the building.
Okay.
Just too much of a nightmare of getting buses in and kids dropped off. So yes, as soon as school's out, which is the 11th, we'll start that week, Thursday, Friday, so.
And it will be done before school?
Yes, yeah, it's not a huge endeavor for them, the contractors. So,
Thank you.
yep. St. Clair River Elementary, we are working second shift right now. We're replacing lights. Not too much the rest of the stuff we can do until school's out, but at least we'll get the lights all replaced. So it's all going good. Any questions? Okay.
Thank you. Next item, PA 152 of 2011, Resolution 8020. Dawn Demick.
Good evening again. You normally see Angie Gleason here to present this, but she is attending a conference this week, so I am presenting on her behalf. But this is in regards to our health care for our employees. In 2011, the state established limits on the amount public employers, both school districts and municipalities, may contribute towards employee medical benefits. This law was designed to control rising health care costs in the public sector. Under the law, the state treasurer sets an annual hard cap contribution, which is adjusted each year for inflation. Public employers must either adhere to these hard cap amounts or opt to cover up to 80% of the total cost of employee health insurance. So it's one or the other. For 2005, and actually every year since 2011, the district has opted to do it 80-20. It is in the district's financial interest to do that. So for the upcoming year, it's projected that the difference will be about $131,793. So about that this district would save using the 80-20 method over the hard cap method. So it is the administration's recommendation that we continue 80-20 for this year, and this item will be scheduled for approval at the May board meeting, unless you have any questions in the meantime or anything I can help you with on that.
No.
No? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, RISA biennial school board election delegates.
So, board members, in front of you should have a hard copy at your seat of the resolution designating local district's election representative. What this is a vote by our board for the RISA board. So if you look down to where it says, now therefore be it resolved that our school board needs to designate someone to vote for the candidates for the RISA board, and we need a representative and a backup, an alternate. So this board needs to decide if it's president and vice president, or however you want to do that, a representative and an alternate to vote for the candidates that are running for the RISA school board. The tricky part about this is we don't know who those candidates are yet. And may not know until May 5th. But as soon as we have them, we'll share those with you. And then we'll have to vote for the candidates, and the action will be taken at our May meeting. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, recognition of persons wishing to address the board. This portion of the agenda is for citizens to address any questions or comments to the board. The board will listen, take comments and questions under advisement, and not respond at this time. The presiding officer will refer questions to the superintendent for research and response. So today we have one green card. Caitlin Bedell. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did. I'm actually very impressed. Thank you. So, I actually just had a question. I believe it's going back to the December meeting. Mr. Kennedy was talking about the 2 House bills that were passed regarding, CPR and having our staff trained and updating like our emergency response and everything. And I was just looking for an update on that, and, I want to say, and again, don't quote me, I want to say he said it was like 10% of staff, 50% of coaches, and I think he said 100% of head coaches have to be CPR trained, and I'm not sure what the percentage is of which of those have to be AED trained as well. So I was just wondering, are those our target goals, or are we going to try to have more staff members that are trained? I just think, with how spread out, the schools are, if you had a kid drop, in one hall, trying to find somebody that is trained in that, could be difficult if we're only looking at 10% of staff. So I was just, again, I'm just kind of curious. I did some rough research. So again, these stats are, they're not 100% accurate, but it's like roughly 20,000 kids every year under the age of 18 have some type of cardiac arrest issue, and not all of that is in a hospital. Roughly, I want to say it was over 7,000 is outside of a hospital, and 25% of that is sports related, where the rest are not. So I don't really know what contributes to it and why there's a rise in this, that we're seeing that in children. I was just wondering, I know that he said that we do have an emergency response in place, but I was just kind of wondering, like, just an overall update, like what program we're going through, what staff members are included in being training, and what percentages that we're looking at. And, again, I know AEDs have to be like within a 3-minute response time in order to like reach them, but I'm just wondering, are we going to have them placed, especially if we're looking at, bigger schools with spreading out the campuses, like at the St. Clair High School, the middle school, like, are we going to have more than one? I was just kind of curious, but that was it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is closed session. Recommended action is pursuant to Section 81E of the Open Meetings Act, Act 267 of 1976. I move that the Board of Education go into closed session to consult with its attorney regarding trial or settlement strategy in connection with specific pending litigation. We need a roll call.
Actually, it would be to review the written opinion of counsel.
To review the written opinion of counsel.
Yes.
Treasurer Miller,
Yes.
Trustee Chuck,
Yep.
Secretary Becker,
Yes.
Trustee Huxell,
Yes.
Vice President Seer,
Yes.
Trustee Treasurer,
Yes.
President Moser.
Yes.